especially when we're clear that the path that we're going on is not the direction that we want to be in. We need a reset, and it's okay. So that's what this club is about. I'm talking to the mothers out there. I'm talking to the fathers out there. There's so many of us, like myself, going through divorces. You have children. You have health problems. It's so many of us like that out here. Okay? But we don't have to do it in pain and agony. Yes, there will be some rough days. Yes, we will cry. Crying is a part of purging and releasing. That is great. That's wonderful. We need to do that. But we also need to have the tools to we need to have the tools to properly stabilize our bodies, regulate our nervous system. Okay? This is coming from a mother of 6 who was recently left, completely abandoned by her husband. Okay? And I'm not just talking about leave, like, oh, he's on vacation. No, I'm talking about gone. No child support. No nothing. Nada. Just out. And yes, there's a time to cry. There's a time to go through all the emotions. And I feel like in a lot of ways, our relationship ended years ago. So I feel like the whole process was like going through the emotions for separation. But there has to be a time where you sit down with yourself, with all the things that's happening all around you, and figure out what is the root of it. Where is it coming from? Where is it coming from? What would make you choose someone that would do something like that? What would put you in that position? And when I look at my life, I can see why. I could really, really see why. Because there was a part of my spirit, there was a part of my energy that thought that it's okay if I be quiet. Everything will be better if I'm quiet. If I don't make too much noise, if I don't give too many problems, if I don't do these things, if I'm silent, everything will be better. And because of being silent, things got worse and worse and worse and worse, you know, till it got to the point where it is now. And I am forever indebted and grateful for that entire lesson, because that probably one of the most horrible experiences of my life. However, I learned so much. And just like a lot of you, sometimes we got to go through things to understand ourselves better, to understand the world around us, and it brings forth our gift. And I have one mission. My mission is to teach you to heal your body. I don't have that story of I'm teaching you how to be on top all the time. That's not my story. My story is for those that have been abused in relationships, mistreated, people that have been suffering with long-term illnesses that they're not sure if they can get rid of it. I have Stargardts. They told me I'll have that for life. They said there's no cure for Stargardts. Did I stop everything? No. I'm not going to stop getting up every day, doing my absolute best, making this content, showing up. Sure, my eyesight is compromised. This is true. I'm still going to eat healthy. I'm still going to exercise daily. I'm still going to put forth my absolute best each and every day. And that's what I'm here for. This is what my mission is. When it comes to a life that I didn't expect, the things that I've never got a chance to prepare for. When I got married, I really meant it. I was 10 toes down. There wasn't no other options in my brain. In my mind, I was like, this is it. I'm locked in. This will be my last final relationship. That was my mindset. No one ever could have convinced me in a million years that the things that transpired in my marriage would have ever happened. You cannot prepare for those things. But what you can do is you become what you can do is you can become resilient. You can become regulated. You can become powerful beyond what you ever imagined possible if you allow the transformation to take place. It's not a perfect transformation. I cannot stress that enough. It will not be easy every day. It will not be perfect every day, but I have tools. I have tools. This is coming from someone that was face to face with death giving birth. Okay? When I had my son Wisdom, I had my fourth child, I almost died. I almost died. I lost so much blood. The doctors told me I cannot leave the hospital without a blood transfusion. And I left against doctor's orders, which I don't recommend for everyone, but I felt it in my spirit. And I heard something tell me from within, from deep within, I heard something tell me exactly what to do. And then I told that to my sister, who went home and put together exactly what I asked her to make, which was what I'm drinking today. Cheers. You know, but said some dandelion. Not only did I have the dandelion powder, I had the dandelion root. I told her to put dandelion in there. I told her beet powder, moringa, some other things. Probably put a little burdock in there. And I drank that for days and days. And when I left the hospital, I couldn't see past my wrist. And even though, like I said, I'm legally blind. I only have but so much vision. But you know what I mean? I'm grateful for my life because not everybody could have walked out of that situation. So there are so many things that happen to us throughout our lives, throughout the course of just being here. And the number one thing we can do to heal our bodies is adhere to nature. Adhere. This is the spring. And by April the 1st, most people that go outside are going to see dandelions everywhere. Everywhere. You got to ask yourself, why is that growing? Why is that one of the main food for the bees? What do they know that we don't know? Why do so many animals and insects depend on dandelion? Why aren't we? And some people might say, "Oh, I don't like the taste. I don't want to eat that." Well, in your body reset, I teach you how to make it so that it tastes amazing. So it tastes amazing. But you got to ask yourself, why was this plant put on this planet? Okay? Why does this plant grow directly after the winter, after all things have died off? Why is this growing? And what can it do for you? And that's what we do here. We take these little things, these little gifts that are all around us. There's so much to be grateful for outside right now. There is such an abundance. I have fresh Fragalia, which are the original strawberries. I have all this growing in small batches all over outside. There's medicine everywhere. Herbs is not what we think it is. We try to kind of minimize it into, a herb that we got to go get from China or across the world. We have powerful medicine right in our backyards. And I urge everyone to go get some. And I want to teach you how to forage. I want to teach you how to go outside, how to look for these herbs, pull them up, create teas, tinctures, ice pops. Because that's what I do. I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to take this dandelion mix right here. You see this? I just made this. I was shooting some content. I'm going to take this, I'm going to make popsicles. You're going to see my babies having popsicles with this. Okay? I'm going to be drinking it, especially before I go outside in the rising. If the bees need it, if the birds need it, then I need it as well. I'm a part of nature as well. We got to eat in a way that resonates not only with ourselves, with the planet when we go outside. Because the things that you put in, when you go outside into that heat, you warm it up. So you got to ask yourself, what is that doing to your body? When you heat up that processed sugar, what is it doing to your body? When you have that piece of chicken, that hot dog, that steak, and then you go outside into the sun, what is it doing to your body? It's a real question. I got bees all at my front door. It's just I moved in a place that is rich in bees. This yard is rich in bees. So you got to ask yourself, what is it doing to your body? What is going on? And if it's not healing your body, if it's not restoring your body, if it's not allowing your body to reset, then why are you eating it? And a lot of times when we ask that question, why are we eating it? It goes back to what we were talking about earlier. It goes back to that nervous system. It goes back to what you think. It goes back to how you feel. What you say to yourself. Okay? Some of us are replaying stories from 10 years ago. Some of us are replaying stories from last week. How is that benefiting your body right now? You staying up at night. All week you've been up. You haven't been able to sleep well. You're tossing, turning back and forth. Now you're waking up, you're disgruntled. Your whole day feels ruined. Over things that you cannot change. They have happened. You cannot change them. They have happened. It's time for a reset. So, not to talk too long, but that's what this club is about. This club is about the reset. It's about what we do, how we do it, and when we do it. So on here, I'm definitely going to always encourage you to come join my live free yoga classes. If I'm not giving enough, I'm not gonna feel like my work is done. I want to feel like I'm giving it all that I got. And when I say giving it all that I got, I want to give you the free yoga classes. I want to give you the free breath work. I want to give you the free recipes. I want to give you as much value as I possibly can. So when you leave here, you have the tools, you have the understanding, you have all the things that it's taken me over 20 years to get. I want to make sure you have that. So when you're in compromising situations, like you're in a hospital and they say this is the only way, or your mother is, or your father is, or your children are, you can have tools to heal your family. You can have tools to heal your life. So without further ado, thank you for joining Your Body Reset Club. So glad to have you. I look forward to your experiences. I look forward to your results. And I look forward to working with everyone. So with that said, y'all enjoy your day. Motion day. And may you continue to have small, intentional steps that lead to amazing wellness.